What's up, everybody? How are you guys doing? Welcome to Jake Richardson's Coaching Corner. We are on season 2, episode 1. So there's been some changes. It used to be J Rich Fitz Lifestyle and Health Coaching Corner. That shit got way too long. And I don't want to ever be associated with a thing like fitness or whatever. What I'm giving is all around the spectrum: mental health, fitness, physical health, anything that you need pretty much is what I'm here to provide or give my opinion on, at least. So I wanted to get my name out there and just change the name a little bit and have it Jake Richardson's Coaching Corner. Thank you very much for tuning in. I'm excited to get back onto season 2 now. The first episode and the first topic of season 2 is luck versus hard work. What do I mean when it comes to luck and hard work? Everybody thinks they're so similar, but I think they're so different. I cannot stand hearing somebody say how lucky you are. If you bust your fucking ass, that is the most irritating thing to hear. When I hear that or when people tell me how lucky I am, it pisses me the fuck off because I work hard as shit to have the life that I have or go from where I used to be to where I am now. With that being said, let's go over the definition of luck. Success or failure apparently brought by chance rather than through one's own action. So that's really what it is right there. You've done nothing when it comes to getting what you've gotten. There's no work. There's nothing that you're doing. All it is you stumbled and fell on a pot of gold, or you bought a lottery ticket and won $1 million. Those avenues of things. There's nothing that you did personally to get you where you need to be. How does luck apply in life? In my opinion, there is only one way that luck truly applies in your life, and that is being alive. You being born is, if you're going into the micro sense of it, there's a lot of hard work. You are the one sperm out of the billions that got shot out that made it to that egg. So there's not a lot of luck involved in that. You worked your ass off to get to where you are. But when it comes to birth and when it comes to the genetic traits that you're given and all those types of things, there's not a lot that you did. That was all a collection of your parents, of God, or whatever you believe in. And that's, in my opinion, as lucky as you get. Birth and being born is luck. Everything else from there has to do with some portion of hard work, something that you did. Even the lottery isn't lucky. Not everybody plays the lottery, so that means not everybody's going to win. You decide to get your ass up, take those $2 of your hard-earned money, go to whatever 7-Eleven or gas station you went to and buy the ticket. So even in that, with as much luck as there is in the lottery, you still did something to get that money. And there was something that you decided to do. So when it comes to me and luck irritates the shit out of me. Because in my opinion, being born is probably the only ways that you could truly just be lucky. And everything else is everything else. What do people mistake as luck? Like in opportunities and stuff like that. So people think jobs are number one, where people think that you're so lucky that you got that job, or you're so lucky that you have that job position. You are not lucky when it comes to the position that you're in, the job that you have, the financial freedoms that you have, and the stabilization that you created. Especially in this, we all have started out, and I hope we all have. If you haven't and you're listening to this, get a shitty job as part-time, just so you know what shitty jobs feel like. But for the majority of us, we have had shitty jobs before, and we understand how we don't want to work that job no more. My first job was a waiter. My first job was the front desk at a host. When I had to wait and host, I hated those jobs. But you know what I loved about that? Is it gave me the drive and motivation to never do that job again. There were some people there that were 30, 40. I was a teenager at the time. Older individuals that I think just didn't ever realize their potential and got stuck in this job and got stuck in the 9 to 5 grind and worked for tips and did all that. Hey, do your thing. But in my opinion, you should always want to strive for more, and those should just be springboard jobs into higher success. But jobs are one, and nobody ever says you're lucky when you got the shit job. People always say you're lucky when you got the crazy job that gives you all the money, all the travel, all that shit. Once again, not luck by any means. Even if mommy and daddy own the company and you got a job there, still not lucky. You have to give to the company. Nobody that's gonna have a company that lasts decades or generations is sitting there hiring all their dumbass family members that can't get shit done. If a company is giving you $1, they expect $2 of effort back. So there's no luck involved. There's no job out there where you can just sit on your ass and collect all this money and do nothing. It doesn't exist. If it did exist, everybody would be trying to do it. I would hear more about it. In my 33 years of life, I've never heard of this secret job where people just sit on their fucking ass and make money. That, holy shit, besides being alive, that would be the next luckiest thing I've ever heard in my life. And then I'd be like, how the fuck could I get that job? But jobs are a big one. Attention from the opposite sex is huge. People think that has to do with luck. It is not lucky when you decide to go to the gym instead of eating a box of donuts. It is not lucky when you decide to fix your face up when it comes to shaving, or with women putting all the creams and all the products on to keep the skin looking good. Those aren't lucky. There are some people that have genetic traits where they're beautiful and they got big asses and they got a nice core. But at the same time, it still takes work to maintain. If you decide to just go off of physical attributes, you'll make it to about 23 years old. After 23, your metabolism starts slowing down, you start gaining weight, you start not looking the same way that you're looking. So maintenance is huge when it comes to looking good, feeling good. And ugly people, or people that have no confidence in themselves, like to attach luck to how you could pull the opposite sex. Trust me, there is no luck involved. You have to suck at talking to the opposite sex when you're young and not have any game or any mouthpiece, and then through repetition of trying to meet people and talking to people, you get better at it, and then people start attracting themselves towards you because of your game, because of your mouthpiece, the way you can talk. Fitness is the same thing. The biggest buffest fucking dude in the gym isn't the one that's pulling all the pussy. As a matter of fact, the biggest buffest dude in the gym is actually retracting because he doesn't really know what a woman wants. You have to understand what a man or woman is into and then go for that look. So once again, there's no luck involved in that. I can't, in my honest opinion, if you end up with the person that you decide to end up with and you are truly happy, luck plays such a small part in that because there's so much hard work that goes into maintaining that relationship, growing that relationship, making sure that they physically and emotionally are the way that you want them to be, and you are physically and emotionally the way that they want you to be, in the sense of caring about each other. It's not about control. It's not about you're forcing me to look this certain way. Relationships, statistically, that do the best, two of the people in the relationship really give a fuck about what the other person feels, really gives a fuck about adjusting themselves so the other person feels comfortable around them and can talk the way they want to talk and do the things they want to do. And they also give a fuck about how they look. If you go into a relationship looking a certain way, and then you get comfortable and you're not looking that way no more, and they were attracted to how you looked and how you were when you met, do you think they're going to still adjust and be attracted to you? You're kind of wishful thinking if that's how you think it's going to end up being. You have to constantly build. You have to constantly work on yourself. So to tie that to luck is stupid. And most people, like I said, most people that are getting to the luck when it comes to jobs and the opposite sex and just in general, they're just deflecting how they are because they don't understand how you could do it. They don't understand how you can meet people. They don't understand how you can create your financial freedom. So the only way that they could make it make sense for them is to attribute it to luck, which to me is, like I said, is they're sad about their own life. They don't know how you're doing this, and they think it's some magic trick. There's no magic trick involved. It's all fucking hard work. And that leads me to the next one. Academic achievements. People think that shit's lucky. Good Lord. One of my boys, who I'm extremely proud of, should have been the valedictorian at our school. I think was maybe a 0 point whatever grade point average below the guy that actually was valedictorian. But at the same time, my boy played sports. My boy was active. My motherfucker was partying with us and still was able to maintain this great GPA, go to a great school, go to 2 great schools, and then be a doctor at the end of the day. If anybody were to ever tell me, and like I said, me personally, I cheated most of my way through college, so I got my degree a whole different route. So I don't really connect my school or connect me to academic achievements, busting my ass in school. I took a different route. But for him, to watch him and what he did with his life, I'm extremely proud, extremely happy to be friends with this man. And for anybody to think that that had to do shit with luck, fuck, that guy busted his ass. He was so smart and busted his ass that he helped me cheat in a math class when I was in college while still working on getting his fucking undergrad, going to grad school, doing all that stuff. So there's no luck connected to academic achievements. Even when it comes to rich kids going to college based on their dad or their mom being this rich motherfucker mogul, and they donate a shitload of money to school, the kid gets into school. That might be lucky for the individual, but there's a lot of hard work for the mom or dad that had to grind and make all this money to get their kid to that school. So luck even in that situation doesn't really connect. Scholarships, grants, like I said, those aren't luck. Those are all hard work. People bust their ass. I knew a couple men and women when I was in high school that from freshman year to senior year applied for all these grants and all these scholarships to the point where they got school for free. That's not lucky at all. Fuck, dude. If it was lucky, it would just be a random drawing from the 400 kids in your class, and they just give money to any kid, even if he's not going to college. Here's bang, $100,000. That's more luck because you're not doing anything connected to it. Let's see what else. This one dibble dabbles the line. Inheritance. Like I said, maybe for the individual, there's a hint of luck. But there's still work that you put in to the relationship, to the person that is giving you something when they pass, or giving you something when they no longer need it. That inheritance, that money, house, cars, etc. It was you as a person taking your time away, because time is the most valuable thing. No matter what anybody says, time is the most important, the most valuable thing. And you decide to give that to your grandparents, to your mom or dad, and they deemed you worthy to get X, Y, and Z. Not a lot of luck involved in that either. The way that becomes lucky is if you had a dad that had you at a wedlock, or a mom that gave you up early, and they had super guilt, and they had a shitload of money, and they just left it to you. You'd never met them before, and later in life, somebody comes up to you and goes, hey, your mom or dad that you never met before just left you $10 million. That's hint of luck, because that's more guilt on their side that it turns into luck. So that's funny that luck can be connected to such a negative thing. Guilt helps luck. So yeah, that's it. Yeah, I don't know. I think, yeah. What it ends up being to me with all these things is hard work on a scale of light to extremely hard. You can have light hard work, which, like I said, is spending time, talking to people, doing all those things. Then you could have deep, super work when it comes to grants and scholarships, and just busting your fucking ass. That was one thing too. When I was lucky enough to go to college, mine was based on a scholarship for football. I busted my ass. That's all I ever wanted. I really didn't care about school. I just wanted to play football, and you had to go to school and play football for that to be a thing. There's different carrots that are dangled in front of you. My boy wanted to be a doctor. He did all the med school. I wanted to play football. I did all the physical hard work, going to junior college, being lucky enough to get a scholarship and play football and do all those types of things. So there's not a lot of luck connected to it. The definition, now let's dive into that. Now, what the fuck is hard work? The definition of hard work: dedication, persistence, and iron. Yeah, fuck. I mean, that's super grit right there. Hard brain and soul, or heart, brain, and soul. Give grit, closing statements, yeah, all that type of shit. So with definition, like I said, it's persistence, and it's just being hard and gritty. You're out there busting your ass, not taking no for an answer, and working as hard as you possibly can. This country, other amazing countries, are built on hard work and persistency. Those two things have to go hand in hand. You can't have hard work and half-assed movements. Every single day, you have to pick up a rhythm. If you want to get in shape, that means 5 or 6 days of the week, you have to be doing something active. If you're doing 1 or 2, then that's under the percentage of passing. You always want to view your life as how school is, percentage of passing. You gotta get 80, in my opinion, it can't be 65%. You have to be 80% and above to really get what you want to get. If you want to maintain, feel free to do that D minus 60%, 65%. But if you really want to succeed and see changes, you have to get that B minus and up to really see it. In my opinion, get that 90% and up, that A minus and up. But hard work and consistency is really how it is. Fitness, finance. If you hear it all day, every day, and I'll copy the saying. If you are not paying attention to your money will not pay attention to you. So every single day, you have to monitor your bank account. You have to monitor your checking account. You have to monitor your stocks. See what's going up, see what's going down, see what's hot, see what's ready to sell. Because if you're not, and you're just go sit there and allow it to grow, some things will grow. But it's just like plants. You have to view fitness, you have to view finance the same way you view a plant. Water it too much, check it too much, you might miss a huge opportunity and the plant might die. Water and pay attention to it at the right times when it comes to just consistently being on it, not doing too much, and you'll be very successful. Don't pay attention, don't water it at all, and you'll probably kill the plant or kill your money. It's a growing thing. Money shouldn't be your end all be all. It is a vessel to get you to where you need to be. Hard work always ends up finding money. If you take anybody in any field that is the top percent of that field, teacher, financial advisor, athlete, actor, singer, they all make consistent good money. If you have the person that's a quick flash in the pan, they'll get a good amount of money. Life is long. I shouldn't worry about a good amount of now money. I should be worrying about legacy money where I could build and build and build. And not only when I retire, be financially set, but then have my kids be financially set, have their kids be financially set. That is the consistency and that is the rhythm that you want. And only hard work will get you there. There's no easy ways. In life, when you look at everything, especially nowadays, I'm 33. I talk to young 20-year-old men, and they just want it now because the society that we live in is a right now society. And there's not a lot of taught hard work. Those guys are dying out. The guys that taught me about busting your ass and working hard and getting to where you need to be later in life, those guys are all dying. Those guys are all gone. There's nobody teaching that. Or the generation in that middle area between me and the older guys, that middle area, had a lot of resentment. So they're teaching the younger kids, just get the money now, just get it quick. Here's fast ways, here's cheap ways, Ponzi schemes, all that bullshit. But pick anything that you've ever grown that's been very successful. It takes forever to get there. Me personally with fitness, I remember being 22 years old, not having any clients, and just in my head being like, man, just focus on how you can make $100 a day. Never would do it. Maybe once or twice a week I actually hit $100 a day. And you're sitting there and you're scraping by and you're eating at these little fast food chains and you're not necessarily at the position you want to be in, but you realize if I can just consistently stay with this and work hard and go from there, then later in life I'll be able to work half as much as my boys and make more money. Let's say 5 or 6 years ago is when I got to that stage. So if you're taking, let's say 26, 27. So I was 22 at that time, struggling, not really knowing the career path I want to do, falling into fitness. And then with hard work and persistency, while other people were trying other things and jumping in and out of fitness and not staying consistent, it didn't work for them. Me, myself, 4 years into it, actually got to a point in my life where I was financially stable. I was financially in a position where I felt comfortable for once in my whole life. And then after that, taking that money and then branching off into other things and then making more and more money. So to the point where I don't need to be a 70-year-old trainer one day. I can still be in fitness, but not in the way of busting my fucking ass until my back gives out. The reason why I'm explaining this story is because that journey is all hard work. I cannot think of a point in that journey where luck ever introduced itself. Meeting great people isn't luck. I was lucky to have a lot of great mentors. I was lucky to have a lot of great clients and great friends around me to support. But that's a two-way street. Nobody's great to you if you're a piece of shit. You have to be great back for them to open up their arms, for them to help you out. So there's a lot of you and them that combines. There's no luck involved. Let's say I've been in my field for 11 years now, and when I really Rolodex back, there's not a lot of things where I can think of and just be like, man, that was just all luck. A client never just gave me $1 million just because they wanted to. I never fell into any type of money that I didn't work for. Any ideas I ever created were based off of the foundation of fitness and helped me branch out, but they weren't luck by any means. So to end and close the statement off, focus on fucking hard work. Focus on grinding. Don't be afraid. Don't shy away. Don't pay attention to what other people are doing and how they're making their money, because there will always be somebody out there that is making more than you. But then you always have to remember, there will always be somebody out there that's making less than you. And you can't control that, and you shouldn't give a fuck about that, because they don't control your money, you don't control theirs. Why pay attention? It's almost like if you went to a restaurant and you were looking at everybody else's meal and not paying attention to your meal. Why do I care about, if I ordered a steak, what that person's lobster tastes like, that person's chicken tastes like? Well, I'm not eating those things. I'm eating this steak right here. So why not sit and enjoy this steak while it's hot? Wait a little while, steak gets cold, doesn't taste as good because you're so busy looking all over the place. Stop doing that. Stop worrying about other people's money. Stop worrying about other people's fitness. Stop worrying about other people's relationships and start focusing on yours, because while you're focusing on theirs, your shit, your money, your relationship, your fitness goals are all getting cold, and time is going by quick. Like I just said, I've been doing this career for 11 years now. I can Rolodex back like that of how the career started and where I was at. Extremely happy where I am now, but that's based on me and the hard work I've put in. With my closing statement, what I do want to say is everybody starts in different places. Like I said, you have trust fund kids, you have kids that are in foster care, but what you decide to do with you, because the only thing that you can control is you and how you look at the day. I could open that door every day and I decide one of two things. if it's going to be a good day or if it's going to be a bad day, because you decide that. The day doesn't decide that for you. More often than not, when you choose for it to be a good day, success will follow. People that choose it being a bad day, shitty stuff follows. So when they see you constantly doing good things and getting good opportunities presented to you, they think it's luck. You know it's hard work. And if you're somebody listening to this that always talks about luck and always thinks about luck, start understanding it's just your mindset. Your mindset is telling you it's luck because you don't know how to create and you're in a bad position. You can, at any given moment, choose today's going to be a good day. In my head, I'm going to tell myself it's going to be a good day. I'm not going to let anything get to me. I'm just going to keep pushing. Because, same thing. You're going to say, oh, Jake, that sounds great, but I have this or I have that or I have this issue or I have that issue. Always remember, like I said earlier, somebody in a better position than you, somebody in a worse position than you. Which one are you choosing to look at? Are you choosing to look at the person in a better position? Or are you choosing to look at the person in a worse position? Me personally, I'm more in the position of looking at people with lesser. Any day that my back hurts or any day that my legs are sore, if I see a dog with one leg or if I see a person in a wheelchair, I am extremely grateful for being able to have back pain, for being able to have both my legs hurt. You should be grateful for those things and then make yourself better. The next thing I do is go stretch because I'm lucky enough to be able to stretch and feel my hamstrings and feel my calves. Well, that person in a wheelchair will never get to do that. So you have to be in a position of gratitude and being thankful and grateful for what you have and not attributing it to luck at all, because you, besides being born, have created everything that you have right now. If it's in a good place or if it's in a bad place, you have created this. It is up to you now to get even better or get out of a shitty position and get into a better position. And that's what I want to leave you with, is stop looking for anybody to save you and start looking at yourself to get better and better and better. No more luck talk, all hard work. Thank you guys very much. Episode 1 of Season 2. Remember, I switched the name. It is Jake Richardson's Coaching Corner. I appreciate it. If you need anything, always feel free to comment, get a hold of me. I'm just out here talking shit. Have a great day. I'll talk to you guys next time. Peace.